Hi guys. So I'm going to share some of my day with you, some video clips that I took today. But I wanted to kind of give you a pre-talk on it, and let you know that this thing with the child has been pretty incredible. An understanding that is unexplainable. I don't know how to put it into words, but there are a lot of, I don't know about a lot, but there's at least one person I know of that is kind of picking up the same understandings. And it brought me to a place of language today and knowing the language that we speak. And I don't have enough time to really go into everything that all of the areas that my mind is like splintering off to, all of the different I don't know, all the different places that I can go to really quick to say there was this and there was this and there was this and there was this. But ultimately it brought me back to the language and the fact that we as people don't speak the same language as the Spirit, the Holy Spirit that's moving through. It's every language, all of them. And it's such an intelligent force. I'm just baffled. Anyway, so I realized today that I don't even know what language I speak. And that's a lot of the reason why I struggle to find words, because I'm in the womb. Like, I haven't even been born yet. So I know that when I just can't say it without sounding crazy. That's all there is to it. But I know that I'm getting ready to experience something bigger and more voluminous. But what I've already learned is so much that I can't even explain it already. So hopefully what comes later is a lot easier to speak about. But that's why there are people that already know how to speak to it. And that's fantastic, because I'm not that person. I'm just not. That's okay. But the way that this whole thing works, there's no need for that. Like, there's no need for me to be the one that's speaking on it, because there's everything else. It's great. I mean, I still am going to say what I'm going through, what I'm seeing, because I want to share my life with you guys. It's not a profound life, but it is. It's pretty incredible. Oh my goodness. So that was a lot of nonsense, probably. I'm sure that sounded like a whole bunch of nonsense. That's okay. So I want to share with you my mother-in-law's graduation today. It was pretty incredible. Before we left, we went to go pick her up to take her to her radiation. My husband was in a hurry, and I'm pretty used to the time schedule with this. So I'm like, I know how many minutes it takes to get from here to here, so I know where I need to be at what time. Well, he was rushing me, so I left the house without a coat, and it happened to be a lot chillier this evening than it was earlier on in the day. I'm good with some cold, no big deal, you know. So we got to my mother-in-law's house, and she's one of those that believes that if you go outside when it's cold, you're going to catch a cold. And really was pushing me to put on a coat. And I said, well, I don't have one with me. I didn't bring one in the car. So she said, well, Brenda's is in the closet. And I just knew, it clicked right away, that I needed to wear this coat. And so I went with the flow. I just let go and let God, you know. that's what you have to do. Like, oh my God. Anyway, so I put this coat on, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm in Brenda's coat. She let me put her sister's coat on. Her sister who she died, I think, 2 years ago from cancer. So it was like bringing a little piece of her to the graduation to ring the bell and get some pictures and stuff, and it's just really special. This whole thing is really special. It's pretty cool. Goodness. All right, I love you guys. Enjoy the show. Okay.
And then she's online just how the doctor saw it the very first time. So probably in with all this. So I'm going to start here. We actually can assign it 2 different colors as well. Let me just kind of show you an idea. So if I take it off right here, this blue one is the one for today, and then the orange one is our reference. And it can kind of automatically detect to begin with, looking at the densities, position-wise, where everything needs to be. And then we'll go through slice by slice, about 2.5 millimeter slices, and look at making sure the alignment is appropriate. These different colors right here are the structures, like the tumor area that the doctor outlined for very specific radiation doses. And we're looking as if we're going from head to toe right now. Here's our spinal cord, for example. This is the spot on her left neck especially, where the cancer was. And you can kind of even see in certain parts that with the weight loss and with the tumor reduction, there's not quite in that spot what was there when we started all this. It's pretty obvious just looking at her, right? But some of it's the tumor reduction, some of it is the weight loss in those areas as well. Here's another vantage point that is from front to back, just like you see with that green guy right there. But we can go through slice by slice, looking at pertinent anatomy, and make sure that the alignment's appropriate. Anytime I do an adjustment, you see this little column there. That's what we'll do in addition to the marks on the mask that we lined up to make sure that the positioning is appropriate. This is from like a right to left perspective. Okay, so once we've got it confirmed all that, we'll go ahead and apply it. And then, let's see, once we add this, some arrows right here. So it's going to put us in the spot on the table as we saw on that scan, so that we are lined up just like we needed to be. And now she's ready for her last treatment.
Yay!
We'll put some party music for her as well. We've got a couple of soundtracks that we used that are reserved for just the last day. But this is kind of neat too, to watch, why we want to make sure everything is lined up just as expected, just how specifically and accurately we can go through the radiation treatment delivery process. This window right here is a representation of what's taking place in the treatment head. And it's going to modulate through a process with these independent blocks or leads as the machine goes around. So in the head of the machine, this dark blue area is the only spot where the radiation is passing through, but this is relative to these structures that the doctor planned for, both treatment and sparing, to make sure that we distribute the radiation in those very specific increments, so she's got the best chance, to have the treatment to the spot that we want to reduce and eliminate the cancer, but also head and neck, as we've seen with her.
Look at her finger, she's the music.
Awesome. Head and necks are tough, just because you can only spare, so much, and side effects are still going to be difficult. But this IMRT, or intensity modulated radiation therapy, makes it a lot better than what it even was, a very short time ago. So it's just kind of neat to see, you know, how quickly they change and how much they can just really paint that radiation dose across an area on a three-dimensional, like, conformal level. So she's already halfway through this treatment. Doesn't take very long once we get it all aligned with the positioning verification. So she is moments away from getting down off this thing for the very last time.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
We're excited for her.
Yeah, we definitely are too.
She wanted to quit a couple of times,
yeah.
but she's
It's been a tough fight. She's a
stuck it
tough
out.
woman.
Yeah.
We told her we've had patients now, we've had patients in the past that could really use a pep talk from your mom. Okay,
Would you
that's
play for her?
complete.
Best day of my life.
Wow.
I don't know if you've ever heard that song before.
Oh, it's still playing.
That's it. Last transmission, Mom.
We won't make you, but we just might try to make you.
Speech. Just kidding.
Put it in the bell.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's quite the deal.
Oh, you're one of the few that keeps the headrest too. Nice.
Oh, I'm gonna bronze it, put it on my wall, put a witch's hat on it.
Good to gather the truth.
He said she doesn't want to.
Are you gonna ring it?
Not even do the bell.
Are you gonna ring the bell?
Should ring the bell.
Oh, okay.
Gotta ring the bell.
Okay.
Kids are gonna make her ring the bell.
Yes.
Gotta wait for Dr. Todd and all them to come out.
Dr. Todd's detained at the moment, I think, but we'll get the rest of this.
Well, it's told clearly saying my treatment's done, course correct. I'm on my way. And a good support group for me. Wasn't for all of you guys, I wouldn't have finished this. You know, I quit 2-3 times.
Oh, he did make an appearance.
You're only supposed to ring it with the clapper, not with your hands. Oh, I'm glad I missed it then. I wouldn't want my ears ringing.
Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
I
Congratulations.
never want to see you again, but this situation,
Tell you what, we want to see you when you're better so that we can feel like we didn't hurt you the rest of your life.
I appreciate y'all, I really do.